Applausi per Bruno.
So just to start the meeting, I would like to give you a few numbers on, our construction. We are currently in the second grant period, which has started on November and is going to finish at the end of October 2024. We are currently at the third meeting, following the first meeting in Lisbon and the second meeting in Brussels that some of you have attended. We are organizing also in the next week, still here in Rome, a training school, which is dedicated to young researchers and innovators, and is the second training school of our construction. And currently we have already granted 12 short-term scientific missions in the previous year, and already 5 in this year, coupled with some ITC conference grants already in the past and also in the current grant periods. We have already 2 papers that we publish on the subject, on the topics of the construction, that you have received some news on the email and also in the social network. And notably, we have more than 440 participants in the working groups. So the dimension of the construction are becoming very, very large, and this is a successful achievement in our opinion. Just a few numbers on this meeting. In presence, we have more than 120 people, which is quite a good achievement because it's not easy to collect you all in the post-COVID era in the same room, and we are really proud and happy, and we would like to thank you for being here. We have 6 scientific sessions with 26 oral presentations and 2 poster sessions that you are kindly invited to attend, because all our younger students presented some posters on their activity related to the construction, and it will be nice to have a feedback from all the community. We are organized in 2 buildings. This is the buildings where the session in the morning will be held. Then we will move for the coffee break in the main building where you had the registration, and then everything will be done in the second building. We will have also one management committee meeting, which is important for the member of the management committee, this afternoon at 5 p.m. in the second building. And we have also a social dinner, which is an important event at the restaurant, and some information will follow up during the day. But also, we have also million thanks, especially to Francesca, who is on the left, because she organized all these events, including the meeting and the training school, with a lot of activities and a lot of stress also. Thank you, Francesca, and also thank to Professor Botta for the very kind support, also for the training school and the meeting as well, and the Biotage company, who is contributing to the success of the training school with some instruments and lessons. Let me say briefly that... Non funziona più? Non funziona. Ma tutto non funziona. Sorry, everything is locked. Okay, this is a special location for me. It's like to be home, even if it is not my institution. I spent around 10 years here as a postdoc, and it has been one of the most stimulating scientific environments, not only Sapienza, but also all the surroundings, buildings and the hospitals and research centers, and it's an environment that is really stimulating for collaboration, and I really hope that this feeling can be transferred also to the construction in these days, and that you can engage new collaboration stimulated by this unique environment. But it's also a special day. It's not just serendipity that we are here today, as Professor Secchi has already anticipated, because the meeting cannot be held a day that is different from 21st March 2024, because we have to celebrate today. It's a special day. We have to celebrate a person. Questa cosa si blocca. Sorry, we have technical problems. But se vado così?
Sì, fai prima.
Ma non va lo stesso. But we have to celebrate a person. And the person is here in the room. You cannot probably recognize him because this picture is taken more than 70 years ago in 1954. But if you don't know who is he, I can give you some suggestions. This is at the primary school, 6 years after the previous picture. And of course, our superhero is in this picture. I don't know if you can find him. Right? He's exactly in the middle of the picture. And this is an important feature that you can find in the later slides. If you still do not recognize him, I can show you some advanced picture. This is from 1968, a hot period in Italy. And our special guest was at the high school. Can you imagine where he is in the picture? Exactly in the middle. He's still in the middle of the picture. But if you go further, this is something that is conserved. And it is in Sapienza in the 70s at the university studying chemistry. Can you imagine where he is in the picture? Yes, of course, he is in the middle. Okay. From this moment, he started his career at Sapienza University, and also he spent a couple of years as a postdoc at British Columbia in Canada in 1984-1985, which was not a common achievement for an Italian researcher to spend a period abroad. And also he was also a researcher at Cattolica University from 1981 to 1992, increasing his knowledge in organic chemistry and natural product chemistry. And finally, in 1992, he became associate professor here in Sapienza University in the field of organic chemistry. In 2001, he became full professor at the Department of Drug Chemistry and Technology of Drugs, but also he got the responsibility to chair the department for 9 years, which has been a very long and unexpected time. If I can say unexpected, because it's not a common procedure to be the dean of the department for such a long time. And as you can imagine, the normal career of a professor is not so successful in many cases, but there is still a lot of space here. It means that he didn't stop. Indeed, what happened later is that, oh, sorry, I went too far. He became the deputy provost for internalization at Sapienza, which is one of the largest universities in Europe, especially by enrollment. It has more than 120,000 students, which is more than the double than the city I live. So it's a very important achievement, but there is still space for improvement. And as you can see, last year he became director of Uniterma Sapiensity of Rome, which is something really, really, really important. Congratulations. So if I have to summarize the long and important pathway, I have to say that the key word, in my opinion, are outstanding teaching and science, because it was not only teaching in the classroom, but it was teaching to young researchers. And then we became professors, and we had our career also thanks to him, because we have in our memories what he has been able to teach us. But also he gave a crucial contribution to the development and the reputation of Sapienza University of Rome. But to be honest, what we have mostly appreciated in your career is especially your capacity to enjoy life and to enjoy friendship. As you can see from this small selection of a huge amount of pictures. Questa ce n'era una collezione. Happy birthday, Professor Botta. Sì, condividi. Sì, no, ci spostiamo anche noi, lasciamo.
Sì, Francesca. Ok, Francesca. Vieni qua, aspetta qui. Sì,
Il microfono va già.
senza microfono non vuole fare il
Meglio, però
senza.
senza, però la cosa non adesso si
dobbiamo fare su Teams.
Okay, good morning to everybody, and thanks for, thank to you all for coming here, actually, and let me thank Mattia for the nice surprise, because I didn't know anything about that. So therefore, when you were showing some slides, and it was very touchful, because I didn't expect, even though, I knew that something was gonna happen, of course. And I had, you know what happened? Usually I think what to talk about and then I forget. And then since I don't sleep very often, and I sleep just a few hours, the night before the last one, I got up early as usually I do. I was writing something to say today, but then I forgot the paper, in my office. So you don't know. And so it is nice to be here to meet again many friends, to be again involved in the cost action. So therefore, when I thought what to talk about in order to be not boring, I will talk just a few minutes. I decided to give an overview about cost action, because you know everything about cost action, but I have to say that we started a long time ago, and we started. I was coming back from Uruguay, I think it was 2002, and then on the way back from Uruguay was roughly December. I stopped in Rome and then I went to Athens, because there was a working group on the cost action D28, was the cost action on natural product chemistry. And I was there because one professor, Rocco Ungolo, professor in Italy, who is no more here with us, unfortunately, he was involved in microcyclic chemistry, and then he was asked to suggest one name, natural product, and then he suggested me. Going there, I met for the first time Dieter Schintz, a very good friend of mine, and we were talking about, and then Dieter was very good friend of my brother. So therefore, at that time, we decided where to have the first meeting of cost action D28, and then we decided to go to Siena because Maurizio was there, and then we decided to go there, and then it was a fantastic time there, because Maurizio actually was given us a chance to drink some wine, the wine tasting. And then what was fantastic, Dieter is laughing, because what happened that usually one tasting, you go there, you drink a glass of wine, then we had the dinner, and then let me say that that was the first time in which we decided to give a talk after dinner. Casey Nicolau gave this talk, and then he was pouring some wine, and we were drinking wine. So during this fantastic talk, which was very long, but we were enjoying chemistry and alcohol. And then it happened that there were so many very bottles of wine there, and then we went to back to bed. The day after, when we went in the teaching room, the bottle of wine were no more there, because some other friends finished all the bottle of wine, because they thought that the wine tasted for every night, so therefore everything was fantastic. And then Dieter said, when I go out for meeting, usually during the meeting, I sleep 2-3 hours per week. This was actually true. Then we went to Heraklion, and I think it was 2004, because the meeting in Athens was 2002, Siena was 2003, and then we went to Heraklion to decide, what to do about the summer school and what to do about the next meeting. And again, there you can see there is a Dieter, there is myself, there is Claudia. Claudia is my daughter. She went with us because she was studying law. She has to study one examination. And then there's Martin Meyer from Germany, a very good guy, very good chemist. And then you can see that we were discussing probably about the next summer school. And then there we decided also where to hold the cost action meeting, and we decided to go to Ischia. So there we did both the cost meeting and we did also the training school. And there is Joanna, and then there is Dieter, and then there is Svetlana, who was with us for a long time. And you can see there was a Passarella, and then Professor Daniele is no more with us. What was nice at that time that meanwhile this cost action was going, Professor Daniele and Passarella were building up another cost action. So that we had our cost action, our cost action was going on, and another cost action started after 2 years. So therefore we had so many cost action with many friends, and so therefore we were mixing it. Okay, and then in 2006 I went to Magdeburg because we decided together with Professor Boffi. This is Professor Boffi, he's a very good friend of mine, looks like my brother. Unfortunately, my brother's no more with us, but I mean, Boffi to me is like my brother. And then we went there because Chloe is here, and then Peter, and then this I don't remember the name, but we were eating in an Italian restaurant. Yes, we were building up, you remember, a company. I mean, okay, I don't want to talk about that. Please go to the next. And then we decided to organize the next meeting in Santorini. So we went to Santorini, and then there, of course, there was my brother as well. And then let me say that this is a nice picture because there is a Professor Gasparini, and then Gasparini was with us when we were in Maratea, because in time Peter Schnitzer left the cost action, and then he went to the European Science of Foundation, and then in Santorini we decided to organize meetings in Maratea. And in Santorini you can see again all of us were doing this. Annelore, who replaced Svetlana. It is a very good friend of ours coming from Greece, and then he looks, usually he dresses in black, and then we gave him a t-shirt. You know. Here we were in Santorini, we were enjoying. This is Piera, my wife, I mean, the only one who can support me, you know, because she said that we have been married for a long time because I'm usually not at home, so therefore she can have a very good relationship with me. But at that time she decided to come because it was September 29, in which this marriage, wedding anniversary. Okay, then let me show, since I show Claudia, this is my, since I'm a very good guy, I am a very good guy. I have a priest at home who is my son, Francesco. He's the son with the Pope. Many of you know Francesco. He's here with us. He likes to tease me anytime because anything I do, he's teasing me because I look like, you know, a good teaser. Please. And here we are, Claudia with the daughter. Here she's Azzurra, Claudia. This is Mattia. I mean the saint who has the strength to stay with Claudia. Please, please. And this is, you know, my, we are riding, and then my sweetheart Azzurra, I mean, this is, grandchildren are so much fun. I should have had them first. You know, this is nice, because, I mean, because son and daughter are giving you always troubles. Please. So, as I said, we were in Maratea 2008, and we were doing a very good chemistry, very good scientists were around the world, and then we decided to play soccer. You can see that we were very good soccer player, you know, and then look at how good we were. I mean, the Clark, this is here, you know, there are all of us, I mean, Marcus, you are there too. I mean, all of us, Tron is here, this is me, and then all the others, and then of course it's the big boss, who is the president of the team. You can recognize from the hat, please. And then this is Marco. So we were playing soccer and we were not good at all. And then, but we thought to be professional soccer players. And then, I mean, looking at Marco, we realized that, I mean, he was a very good player. Please. And here again, we go to Blade Lake in Ljubljana. This is very nice because we went 2014 and we went with Marcus. I don't know if you remember, because we were had to defend the project for the new cost action, because so we passed from one cost action to another cost action, and then many times we were in two different cost action, actually. And when we were there was a committee, and Vasile was there too, and Dieter was there too. And then, if you remember, Marcus, we decided to split the presentation. I did the first half, and you did the second half. When we were talking about that, you said, why do we have to do that? Don't worry, we do that, and then we will do something new. And in fact, we arrived first. Of course, we were good, but some friends were there. Please. Okay, this is, my last class, which I gave at the beginning of November when I became the rector there. And then you can see I was our former rector, and then these are three good friends. They are Dean the Faculty of Medicine. This is Professor Alvaro. He's a Professor Inorelli, who is here. Who is the best thoracic surgeon in Europe. It is sure did 1,300 surgery in 1 year. So this is very, very good. And then this is the new dean in the Faculty of Medicine. She is Maramata with me. We did a great job together to bring 100 Afghanistan students, girls from Kabul here when no planes were there. So she did a very great job. I was just supporting them. And, fortunately, the Vatican State helped me, and our state a little bit less. But Vatican State, fortunately. He's a philosopher, very good. Now we are going to have in summertime, we are going to have the international meeting philosophy the first time in Italy. Please. And let's say here we are. Let me point out, this is our rectress who called me now to say hello to you all. This is Professor Misiti. Professor Misiti, what can I say? It is like my father. I had two very good professors. Marin Bettola at the beginning of my career, and then Professor Misiti, who, as I said when I gave my Lezio Magistralis, I gave a call to Professor Marin Bettola, said, I think that I just came back from Canada. And then he said, I don't have to have Bruno with me, so then I went with him, and then, what to say? Here I am, I have to thank him. I will, this is something which I have in my heart. At the end I will say something, please. Rectors, okay, this is again our governance. Here we are, but with the mask, nobody can. This is Professor Diliberto, please. Here we are, finally. This is people from Naples, many friends who are here, whom I'm very close to. Professor Gambacorta, Professor Valeria Dauna, she has been the president of our organic chemistry section, and she is a very close friend of mine. I like her a lot. We have been together for many, many years. As well as Professor Lanzetta, she is a very good scientist. But many, as you see here, many of them, here we are, very good friend who is here too. And then in Naples there is a very good group. Many of them are very good, do very good chemistry, especially marine natural products, and not only because they are advanced. Georgia is somewhere here. They are doing something which is going to be very advanced. They work in anything, molecular antibody and anything else. why did I put this picture here? I did this picture here because there he became, let's say, professor, associate professor. We were in Siena, we were in somehow celebrating. And finally, he is the chair of the cost action. I have to say that he wrote the project, One Horizon project, which my brother then was the chair of this Horizon project, and Mattia did a great job. He wrote everything, he did everything together with Maurizio, but I mean, he was very dedicated. Then when we go to the other project, the one I was talking, I was chairing, I mean, he did a great job again, because he was the one who was contacting all the network as he did in this time. And now finally, Mattia, finally you are chairing Cost Action, and I'm pretty sure that you are going to succeed as well as you all. Because Cost Action, as you know, it is a very great network which allows you all to interact, to grow, and to look further. And these have been already, some pictures have been seen. This is, I'm teasing, she's a very good biochemist. She's the president of Peptide European Society. She's very, thin, so therefore this is a shirt holder. So I said, this is Maria Luisa, because she's as thin as she's Margherita. Without Margherita could do anything, because she does everything. Everybody is combining me with Margherita. These are my closer group here, again in Santa Severa in the beach. This is a nice castle, Prince. And let me say to this few minutes what has been my driving force. And this is something which I want to say to the younger guys. My driving force has been the friendship. So I found out that it is the most important that we can find along our life. So I've been very lucky, because anyway I went to the world. I went to Uruguay. I met so many friends. One of friends is here, Carlos, came from Montevideo to meet me. He was a PhD with me long time ago, and then he came because he wanted, and his boss and many other professors there who did a PhD with me wanted to come here, but because for the French. So therefore, this is what is going to, and then in my life, what is connecting everything, science and normal life, and then the possibility to remember always if somebody is going to do something good to you, as Professor Misiti did for me. All of this, it is giving us something which is inside, which we do not have to forget. So only if we approach to people in order to let them understand that we don't want to play around. When we say something has to be this, because this is going to induce to some other people to do the same. So this I found out in my life. I didn't meet, with exception of my department, some people, but I never met people who say something and then they do something different. Then I can assure you. I can say to you that many of these friends, both Italian friends, international friends, are close to you when you need them. Are close to you when something very bad, very sad is happening to you. It happened to me, and not only, because even Peter is a very good friend of mine. He had some trouble. We were all together. So this is the importance. So that for younger guys, this is a message. I wanted to say this, to be polite in yourself. Sorry if I'm saying that, because along my life I met some people who I didn't like and I avoided, but many of you are very nice people. If I take a look around here, many I don't start saying because I keep forgetting, otherwise I can forget somebody, but many of them. And this, I found the same in the world. I found the same in the world. We were talking before about Casey Nicolau was the same. I mean, so therefore, this is the message. Please, the cost action will allow you to have a network. The network will allow you to share scientific results, to cooperate, and in case to look forward and to see whether you could go further, if you can have also some horizon project or something like that. But give you a chance to meet friends. This is what I say. So therefore, Mattia and all the people in my lab, I mean, I don't want to forget anybody, thanks for what you did, for this nice gift, and I wish you a great, scientific days. Thank you.
We have, since we are the generation that you created, we have a small gift for you from all the students that became researchers and professors
Oh,
and
this
so
is
on.
nice. For my first 70 years.
Yeah. Congratulations, thank you very much, and we can now start
Thanks.
with.
Thanks again. Thanks.
We can start with the scientific sessions, and I would like to invite Maria Luisa and Maria Daniela Silva to chair the first scientific session of the meeting.